up? This is my 2022 Yamaha R1M. Welcome to my first build breakdown.
Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Ralph.
Invested in my drip, I need a new look. I know I'm evil, love revenge cause it feel too good. Stuck in the hood, it's kinda hard for me to do good. I let my brother rock it, now it's dirty, need a new gun. And I've been beating up the road for like Muhammad. Fuck it up at Neems, can't even read what my designer said. When you from my city, I'm just blessed that I ain't died today. I'm far from perfect, but I always try to accommodate. Shawty, me and you, we like two shooting stars, like a moon. You change your mood, but come around when we apart. High as fuck off the drawers, I got the world inside my palms. And I'm like Pluto, I keep distant from you niggas cause they fraud. This shit is crazy. Make love alone is feel amazing. Hottest out the city, why they hate me? Lord knows I gotta keep a whipping for my safety. Me and you, we can ride inside, it's cool. Feel like I'm lost in space, but this shit fine when I'm with you. Yeah, we 1-on-1, but 1 + 1 and make it 2. Fuck nigga in my way, I'm with the gang and we gon' shoot. Yeah. This shit is crazy.
Alright guys, I'm gonna apologize in advance for a little squeaking. I did wear my riding boots today. These things are super noisy, so I'm sorry if it's annoying. But we're gonna start off by talking about the differences between the R1M and the regular R1. So the most notable difference, or the most visible I guess, is all the carbon fiber. So this front piece, front hugger, side fairings, and the entire tail section is all carbon fiber from the factory. I did add a few pieces which we'll get to. And then the only other difference is really the Öhlins suspension. So the R1M comes with Öhlins electronic front and rear suspension. See the cable up here. Otherwise, the motor and everything else, to my knowledge, is the same between the R1M and the R1. Moving to the front, we've got the Puig double bubble windshield or windscreen. This one is in dark smoke, which from some angles looks black, but it is see-through. I mean, you can still see through it, so it's definitely still functional. Did the Portrayed titanium bolts in blue, hold on the windshield. I've got the Yamaha mirror block-off plates. I do also have the Rizoma stealth mirrors, which I like the look of from some angles, but I like to switch it up. Sometimes I just like the clean lines of the bike without mirrors or the Rizoma stealths. Moving down, I've got the Evotech radiator guard and of course the matching oil cooler guard. I did Evotech front axle sliders. Moving up to the handlebars, or the clip-ons I should say. I did the ASV levers, domino grips, which are awesome. These are a lot thinner than the stock grips. And then I did Evotech bar ends here. These are weighted, so they're supposed to help with some of the vibration in the handlebars, which I never really felt was an issue, but figured why not. I did the Rizoma frame sliders, which I like because they don't stick out super far. I mean, unless you're really looking for them, you're not really going to see them, and I don't think it's really taken away from the look of the bike, but of course does its job if you ever need them. Moving to the rear, did the the SC Project CRT exhaust, of course in titanium. See it's starting to blue nicely there. It's turned gold a little bit further up towards the can. This thing sounds insane, and you guys are going to hear it in a few minutes here. I did do Pro-Type bolts on the rear sets as well. Moto socks to cover up the rear reservoir as well as the front reservoir. And going towards the rear, did the TWM axle adjusters, which these things are awesome. If you ever have to adjust the chain tension, I mean, it's just the little bolt on the end just clicks, so they're click adjustments. I mean, they're super precise. You don't ever have to worry about if it's lined up. Just line up the numbers on both sides. Also got the TWM spools. The tires I changed out to the Dunlop Q5S's. These tires have been amazing. I mean, ton of grip. These things have lasted, I think I've got 4,000 or more miles on these tires, including a track day. They're still holding up just fine. Moving to the rear, did the JL Design taillight. You can integrate the turn signals into the taillight, but I prefer the NRC tail tidy kit. It just puts the turn signals a little bit further out so you could actually see which direction from a distance. Because otherwise it's in the middle here and be hard from a distance to see whether you're trying to go left or right. Did the TST Industries rear hugger in carbon fiber. This was plastic from the factory. I also like the look of this one a lot more. It's got sharper edges at the end as opposed to being more flat like the stock one. So I think it looks more aggressive, follows the lines of the bike a little bit better. And for the belly pan, I did the full 6 carbon fiber belly pan, which is nice because it's got these vents here, which I think added a nice touch. But after taking off the cat to do the SE Project exhaust, I felt like the bike was was missing something. So this was a nice finishing touch to the bottom of the bike. And it gives it a nice clean line. Yeah, I love the way it looks. Although when I do see it without the belly pan, I think it looks good too, but definitely a nice add-on in my opinion. Moving up to the tank, did the TWM quick release gas cap. And then under, I did swap out the stock air box for the Sprint PO8 air filter. And the bike is tuned or flash tuned by More Mafia. ECU is just sitting right behind this plate here, or this piece here, for anyone who doesn't know. Super easy. Just pull out the ECU, send it to More Mafia, they flash it. It was like a 2-day turnaround, and I cannot recommend those guys enough. The bike rides absolutely incredible. I mean, tons of power, super smooth. And I think that's about it. I might be forgetting something. Oh, there we go. So this piece here was also plastic from the factory. I did swap that for carbon fiber. I cannot remember which company I got that from. And I did do the Louis Moto seat cover as well, which is super nice. This is all suede in the middle, leather towards the edge. I think the little blue accents run with the blue on the bike nicely. It does add a little bit more padding. I mean, not much. This thing definitely doesn't have the most comfortable seat, but in all honesty, it wasn't built for comfort. I mean, this thing was built to go fast. Yeah, in just a second here, I'll start it up, let you guys hear it. And then we'll do a review on the bike and how it feels to actually ride it. You guys have seen the bike, you've heard the bike. Now, how is it to ride? And the short answer is incredible. I mean, this bike is an absolute dream to ride. Especially with that More Mafia tune. I mean, the throttle is insanely smooth. It doesn't have that on-off chop that a lot of bikes have stock from the factory. The throttle in general, I mean, it's got almost no play, so it's super responsive. Bike handles like an absolute dream. I've put a little over 6,000 miles on this bike this year, including a track day. And man, on the track, this thing is unbelievable. I mean, it feels super stable. I mean, it's obviously insanely powerful. And the bike is light, especially for a leader bike. And even the way it feels between your legs, I mean, it does not feel any much heavier or any wider than a 600. Depending on the 600, of course, but yeah, I absolutely love this bike. And the sound is obviously just insane. And I did opt for the Pops and Bangs tune from War Mafia, which you'll hear shortly once we hop on the highway. But yeah, in terms of comfort, I mean, you gotta understand and realize that these things are not built for comfort. I mean, can it be comfortable? Yes. I mean, if you sit upright on long trips, just keep one hand on the bar, I mean, it's not too bad. And I'm 5'10". This bike fits my build really well. I don't feel cramped. It feels like it fits me like a glove. Doing what it was meant to do. Fortunately, a lot of traffic. It's just got power for days. It's got torque, it's got top end. Really in any gear, at any time, I mean, you've got power. I chose to take you guys on a cruise during rush hour traffic, but I've got lots of other videos of me ripping down some more open roads. Yeah, all in all, I absolutely love this bike. I mean, it looks incredible, sounds incredible. It's amazing to ride. I mean, this thing's just an absolute blast. Got character for days. I mean, you could hear this thing from a mile away and you know exactly what bike it is, and there's no mistaking it. The RSV4 is close, but this one just has a little more anger to the exhaust note that I don't think any other bike can quite capture. Oh man, those machine gun pops on D-cell. I mean, this thing is just, it's just fun. It's the only way to describe it. I know someone's gonna ask, can you daily this bike? I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, I can. mean, it's fine for me. I don't know. I mean, it's going to depend, of course, on your age and if you got like a bad back or something, but I mean, is the bike fun in stop and go traffic? Of course not. I mean, no bike is going to be fun in stop and go traffic. Can you do it? Absolutely. I mean, is it that bad? I mean, you'll be all right. If you like sport bikes, just get a sport bike. That's the mistake I made when I first started riding. I wanted a sport bike. Actually, it's maybe not a bad thing not to start with a sport bike. An extremely powerful sport bike, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, if you're hard to set on a sport bike, get it. I mean, you'll make the sacrifice to be a little higher up and a little more leaned over in traffic. It's definitely doable. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build breakdown video. I plan on doing a lot more of these with all the cool builds that some of my buddies have done around here. Cool builds and all the major manufacturers, like top of the line, BMW. Of course, want to do the H2, but I plan on making a little series out of this. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. If you got any questions about the bike or any of the mods I've done. Yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.